spooky episode of a friend of mine.
I'm Matt.
I'm Ben. That was good.
Thanks.
You've been practicing that?
No,
That was just off the cuff?
Well, I'm okay.
Straight off the
dome? Just before we started our call with each other, I did watch like 20 seconds of The Crypt Keeper.
Just to cue yourself.
Just to get myself ready for it.
Just to get your head in the Crypt Keeper game.
There was no practice.
That was pretty good.
Thanks.
I gotta say, you were like sight reading the Crypt Keeper voice.
Well, I'm trying.
Were there any physical cues? I'm curious. Did you have to like, pinch your jugular?
Pinch my jugular.
Or squint?
Yeah. Kill myself. Stop all blood flow to the brain.
Step one. For a really convincing Crypt Keeper voice.
Yeah, by dying.
Yes, to shut off your oxygen flow.
No, I did move my arms around and stuff, but...
Okay, I knew it.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like it gets you more into character.
I could feel something.
Thanks. Also, I don't know if we said... I'm Matt, you're Ben? Yeah?
We might have, but it's good to go over it again, just in case.
Okay, well, yeah, so this is a friend of mine, a really spooky podcast where we talk for a while and then occasionally answer questions online.
Yeah, it's variable. We'll see how far we get with the talking this week.
Yes, but this is so I don't know if you could tell by my spooky voice, but it's Halloween, baby.
Yeah, this is our first Halloween together, you might say.
And knowing how this podcast is going, probably our last.
The one and only Halloween episode.
No, we'll do this podcast till the day we die, and still no one will listen to it.
Could still... never mind.
Yeah, sure. So this is it's Halloween. What are your thoughts on Halloween, Ben?
My thoughts on Halloween. I think it's overrated.
Really? Oh, this is a hot take. All I keep hearing from people is that Halloween's better than Christmas.
It's one of those things where like in hindsight your brain sort of tricks you into thinking you had a good time. Yeah. And then I'm talking specifically in like the elementary school trick-or-treat.
Yeah, because I was going to say, last Halloween, you came over
and we had a good time.
Yeah, my apartment, and we had a really good time. We watched Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Ben. I thought you had a good time. I had a good time.
Okay, let me rephrase. I think as an adult or an older person, Halloween's a good time. Yeah. Lots of fun, hanging out, usually imbibing some sort of substance you enjoy occasionally. Yeah. But yeah, as a youngster, it sucks. You always think it's going to be good, and then you're fucking sweating through your cloak and trying to breathe through a little plastic slit, and your snot's on the inside of the mask.
Well, or it's like really cold, and you're just like freezing because it's like snowing outside by the time it's Halloween.
Rainy, cold Halloweens are the worst.
That's going to be this Halloween.
It's fucking brutal. It's not even worth it.
Keep your
Mr. Big.
No, and the best part of Halloween is always post-Halloween. It's right after when because I don't know about you, but we always got pillowcases. That's what
I was just gonna say. You dumped your pillowcase out.
Yeah, count out all your candy. Your parents take their the parent tax.
Their cut.
They cut for the candy, the mafia. And then they.
I need 3 points.
Yeah. And then you eat all your good shit, and then you throw and then you toss to the side like the bags of popcorn that are like unpopped, and God. And the fruit that you get.
Yeah, the weird people that make their own candy and like zip tie the bag shut.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
What's the point? And I'm not even saying like in terms of like, they're going to put razor blades or pot in it, because they're not. Firstly, no one has done that with razor blades, and no one with pot is certainly going to be giving away pot to children.
Yeah, no.
No, that's for you. But
it's just bad.
It's just not it's not as good as the candy. You want that
I'd rather a Snickers.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
I want a Snickers. I want that little... you know what? Give me a couple things of Rockets. I'm okay with that. Or
Rockets are good.
Yeah, some like jelly beans or something. Love it. Like not your fucking gingerbread cookies. Save it for Christmas, Grandma.
Yeah.
I don't know. I Halloween, I think you're right. I appreciate it a lot more as an adult now.
Oh yeah.
Cause you know, you get drunk and watch horror movies, and that's great. But
it sort of comes full circle though. Like you reach a certain age, and if you decide to become a parent, then suddenly you're back out there in the fucking cold, watching your little shithead wander up to each door.
Well, or you're sitting at home, you know, like watching a movie, and you have to pause it like every minute because some shithead kids are knocking at your door, and they're like, trick or treat, and then you gotta give them candy, and they're probably really sweet, and you don't actually feel that bad about it, but at the same time, it's just really annoying.
It's just a pain.
I've never been there to hand out candy for Halloween, and I'm kind of glad.
See, I'm worried. This is my first year where my living situation sort of makes me eligible to hand out Halloween candy.
I thought you had... you're not in an apartment building?
It's just me. It's like I'm on the main floor and there's folks on the upper floor and that's it.
You just have to make sure your lights are off and then they won't knock.
I feel like that's lame though. I don't want to be that guy that like turns the lights off and hides from the kids.
Okay, so here's the other thing then. Do you want to be that guy where they knock on your door and for some reason you have candy and you're just the single guy living at home and you're like, hey kids, here's your candy.
That's the real horror.
Do you really want a bunch of kids to
thing.
come to your door? Because that's kind of weird too.
Yeah, no, you're right. I just don't want to be the, I project 30 years in the future. I don't want to be that curmudgeonly old man, you know.
I don't know.
Just
I
not
feel
participating.
it's one of those things. I don't
just
know.
walling himself up.
Especially when it's just like an apartment and not your own like house, and you've like established yourself in the neighborhood. Like,
yeah.
I'm not even saying just because of like being single, but I definitely think that if it's a couple, it's definitely a little bit better if you're in that kind of situation. But
yeah,
I think like, see, I'm very small town. That's like that's my roots.
Small town Matt. That's what we call you.
Small town Matt. That's what everyone calls me. I grew up in a town of like maybe 1,000 people. That was like the first 13 years of my life, and then moved to the big city of 30,000 people. Like, yeah. So I like for how those 13 years of my life. Those are prime Halloween years, and
those are some good years.
Very good years. And you always get a good haul and whatnot, but you knew all the houses that you went to, you knew who those people were.
Yeah.
So like if you're just like some guy, like even if you're like single or whatever, and you have like a house there and the people in the neighborhood get to know each other. I feel like knowing you haven't really made much of a name for yourself in the area.
First of all, how dare you? Second of all, you're mostly right. Third of all, I know my immediate neighbors.
Okay.
That's pretty good for me, actually. That's not bad.
Yeah, that's actually okay. That's better than us. Our neighbor who lives across the hall. We haven't said a word to him.
Come on, Matt. Invite him over for a beer.
I will definitely not. But he seems to be very nice, and that's all I know.
That's all you need.
That's okay, but do your neighbors have kids? Are they going to be trick-or-treating?
One side does, but they're like 16 to 18, so probably not.
Okay, so unless they're those weird kids who are like really obsessed with Halloween because they're trying to be goth, they're definitely not going to be trick-or-treating.
No.
Wow. Yeah, Halloween is a weird time. I've been appreciating it this month. We've been watching some classic horror movies.
Nice.
We've done because my partner hasn't seen a lot of them, so we did Scream, which is still great. Phenomenal movie. I'm guessing you haven't seen it.
I have not seen it.
No. Psycho.
Oh yeah. Hitchcock, classic.
Have you seen that?
Have not seen it.
Okay. And we did Halloween, of course.
Nice. Michael Myers. Haven't seen it.
And The Exorcist.
I've seen that one.
Oh, wow.
Here we go.
What do you think of The Exorcist?
I don't know. Honestly, I wasn't that... Maybe it was overhyped, or I'd heard too much going in. Like, all the surprising moments were ruined, potentially. But I wasn't that spooked by it, I gotta say.
It's definitely... Because you always hear... And I was telling it to my partner whenever we were watching it, I was like, you know, this was supposedly the scariest movie ever made when it came out.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, to be fair, there wasn't a whole lot of, like, super scary movies that came out before that, except for some, like lower budget, kind of, like, more underground kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, like, I liked it.
Yeah, it's good, for sure.
It's certainly a good movie, and it's definitely worth a watch, but it's not particularly scary, and the plot is kind of weird.
It is, yeah. I don't even really remember the plot that well.
Well, it just kind of jumps around, and I get it because it gets to the point, which is really good. But it's just like, here's the kid, and she's really nice, and then they're doing some stuff, and then she's sick and she's possessed. And you're like, what? Where did that come from? I don't know. Maybe it's, you know what? It was my first time watching it, so maybe I missed some things, and we were also painting miniatures as we were watching it, so maybe I wasn't entirely into it. But,
so it didn't have your full attention.
Yeah, it didn't have my full attention, so I feel like I didn't give it the best. Don't listen to my review of it, but it's still a very good movie. I did like it, and there's some like spooky stuff, you know. She's like running down the stairs with like her, she's with her like backwards with the hands and stuff. She's like puking out blood.
Yeah.
Like, but there's also the thing where so she does that, and then it just cuts to the next scene. It's so strange. I don't know when the last time you saw it was, but
years ago, yeah.
But it just like it does it, and then it just cuts, and you're like, but what happened? Like, where's is she gonna attack anyone? She's just doing that, and then what? They're like, all right, Reagan, go back up to bed. I don't know.
That's weird.
It's very strange. Okay, so you haven't seen most of the movies I said. Oh, by the way, all of those movies are definitely worth watching, especially Psycho and Scream. I would say Scream is phenomenal, but Psycho is like is so good. But so have you seen a lot of horror movies?
Not really. No.
No. What's your favorite horror movie?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I mostly just watch like one or two every Halloween, and then kind of go on hiatus for a year.
That's all right. Last year we watched a couple together. We watched Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Blair Witch.
Yeah, I feel like neither of which I was that into.
You really liked Texas Chainsaw after we watched it.
I did. It wasn't my favorite though.
It's so good. That's one of my favorites.
Gruesome.
It's just it's so like to the point. It's just and so matter of fact. It's like, oh, this guy just got hit in the head with the hammer. I guess he's dead now. Like, it's just so sudden, and you're like, what the fuck?
You're right. Yeah. They kill off characters pretty willy nilly.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good. I love that movie.
Yeah, it keeps you on edge.
Yeah, and Blair Witch, none of us were really into.
No, that kind of went over like a rock.
Yeah. So what horror movies do you like then?
I'm trying to think. I'm honestly drawing a blank on like any I've seen.
Because you watch a good amount of movies.
Yeah. Almost never horror though. I saw the Babadook. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty solid.
Yeah, that's an alright one.
Didn't really scare me though. I don't know.
No.
I'm not trying to posture myself as this like tough guy.
You're a very tough guy, Ben.
Just didn't hit.
So what horror gets you? Is there any movie that genuinely spooked you? I get spooked all the time. I'm a scaredy pants.
Yeah, I think I saw. Oh, there was some like I think Sinister.
Oh yeah,
came out years ago. That one kind of caught me off guard. Oh, It Follows. That probably got me the best.
Yeah,
I think It Follows fucked me up for like a couple days.
Yeah, my partner watched that, and she was like, yeah, you don't want to watch this movie.
Yeah, no, it's rough.
Yeah, just like a very, kind of fucked up, like, paranoid mindset that you get into after.
Yeah, exactly. There's a scene where there's a tall guy stooping down to go in a doorway.
Yeah.
Horrifying.
I've seen that scene.
Oh my god, it's a nightmare.
But doesn't he look normal?
No, he looks... That's the worst part. He's this weird, lanky, sort of humanoid.
That's what I thought, yeah, because I remember I watched it, and I told my partner about it, and she was like, no, it looks normal. It's just some regular guy. And I was like, oh, I guess I'm crazy.
It's definitely not regular.
Yeah. I saw it, and I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, it's really spooky. I just saw that scene. I can't watch it, because the horror movies scare the fuck out of me.
You gotta stick to the old stuff.
Yeah, well, just the stuff that I know. Like, yeah, because, like, if I watch The Exorcist, that movie isn't, like, particularly scary now. So, like, I could watch it and just be like, oh, that's a good movie, and then kind of move on. Like, Psycho isn't a particularly scary movie. It's suspenseful, but it's not like a scary movie.
I don't know. My favorite horror movies are the ones that make you a little bit less psychologically well off for like 3 days.
See, I'm not psychologically well off as is, so I don't really think that that's really appropriate for me.
I like that lingering horror.
Yeah.
That's the best.
I feel that, and I get that, and I wish that I could appreciate that, because I really do like film, but I can't. It just doesn't...
It's just too much?
It's too much for me.
That's understandable.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We've been
my parents... I have one more thing.
Oh, what?
My parents are like that. I feel like everyone might hit a certain horror movie that puts you over the edge and sort of like ruins all further horror for you. I think for them it was this movie called Cape Fear.
Oh, the one with Robert De Niro?
Yeah, and they watched that. I think it takes place in Florida.
I deliriously watched that movie while I was very sick and throwing up, so I don't remember a whole lot.
Yeah, I feel like it might have been Florida, and my parents were on their honeymoon in Florida in a rainstorm watching it. And some guy like banged on their mobile trailer door trying to sell them a newspaper at like midnight.
What the fuck?
I think that was the last horror movie they ever saw. They just swore it off.
Wow.
Like, fuck, this is too intense.
Yeah, for certain people, I mean, for me, it was because my brothers watched a lot of horror movies. So, like, I'd be like 8 years old, and then I'd watch, like, some fucking ridiculously disgusting, like, even stuff like Shaun of the Dead or something. I mean, that movie came out when I was, like, 9, I think. Jesus. But, like, you know, seeing people get torn apart by zombies when you're, like, 9 years old is definitely not good for your psyche.
No. You hit it a little too early on that one.
Yeah, a little too early. So it kind of, I think, colored my perception of horror movies from then on out, because I just get too spooked. Wow, this is a fairly serious conversation. We need to move some to some questions here so we can get a bit of levity here.
It's all right.
Hey, you know what? This is it's a more candid kind of conversation.
It's all in the milieu
of what we do, yes. As in, fall asleep to our podcast, please. Also, listen to it over and over again.
Yeah, just keep spamming refresh.
Yeah, as you're sleeping, just get into the rhythm of constantly clicking refresh.
It'll help you fall asleep. It's like something to meditate on.
Yeah, and it'll just be constantly the sound of the intro over and over again.
Yeah.
All right. Give me a question, Benjamin.
All right, we got 4, all regarding horror movies.
All right, good.
All right, this one's a bit of a trivia question for you.
Okay.
Which I know you love.
I do like trivia, but horror movie I might not be able to do it, but okay.
All right, what was the first movie to feature fast-moving zombies?
Fast-moving zombies?
Yeah, none of these shitty shuffling.
I don't think a lot of the George A. Romero stuff, that was like the slow, typical kind of zombie movie.
For sure, yeah.
Well, I know 28 Days Later had the fast zombies.
That's the classic, yeah.
Yeah.
The rage zombies.
I don't know. It's not 28 Days Later. That's not the answer?
No. I don't know if you're gonna get it. I'll be honest.
I don't. Okay.
This might be an
Dead
unwinnable
Alive
question.
didn't have what?
This might be an unwinnable question.
Ugh. What is it?
Nightmare City.
Oh fuck yeah! No way.
You ever heard of it?
No.
It's the earliest fast zombie movie.
When did it come out?
1980.
Wow.
Ahead of the curve.
Very ahead of the curve. Wow. Great question, Ben.
All right, 1 out of 4. Don't worry, this is the only trivia.
Okay.
The rest are non-trivia.
Okay.
Okay. How do slasher scenes get shot?
That's a good
right?
That's a good question. When I was a student in high school, we did kind of not really a slasher movie. It was like a monster slasher movie.
Yeah, I think I've seen clips of it.
Yeah, I think I've showed it to you. Don't say the name of it, obviously. I don't want anyone to be looking it up because then they'll know what I look like and then they know my name and then it's just like, ugh, can't do it. But it's really they're super fun usually.
Lots of ketchup.
A lot. Yeah. No, you don't do ketchup because ketchup's too thick. I remember what we did is we got a bunch of like tomato paste and then like mix it in like some like water and got some like food coloring in it and that kind of stuff. And then what you do, so there was a scene where I had to get blood splattered in my face. So we just got a tube and we filled it up and then they just blew it into my face. And you can hear it when it had like the like
you can
coming
hear
out
the air happening.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. Tricks of the trade with Matt.
Sure, yeah. It's a lot of blood, a lot of I'm sorry. I feel like if I had a bit less experience in doing this kind of stuff, we could have a fun answer. Ben, give me a fun answer to this. How do they do slasher movie scenes?
How do they do slasher movies? Maybe they just get a lot of extras.
Yeah.
And just kill them.
just
slash them for real.
Yeah, good answer.
That's the Christopher Nolan way. No CGI.
No CGI, actually kill them. All, no filler, all killer, as they say.
Didn't they do this for some movie? Like Cannibal Holocaust or something?
They didn't actually kill the actors in Cannibal Holocaust, but what they did was it was filmed in such a realistic way that they thought that they killed them, and they also killed real animals.
Okay, that's it.
But then what they did was they had all the actors sign a contract where they couldn't appear in public for like 6 months or something. And then
that's pretty cool.
Finally they had to like bring them out onto a talk show and be like, hey, they're all right, so that the director wouldn't be sent to jail.
That's intense.
Yeah.
Hey, did they actually kill that cow in Apocalypse Now? Do you know? Speaking of animals?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did, yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, because it was kind of going for a bit of an exploitation kind of thing there, too. Kind of like movies like Cannibal Holocaust. And they also definitely did burn down those jungles.
God damn it, Francis.
Yeah, Francis is a dick. I mean, good movie, but, like, he's a dick.
Was it worth the cost?
Was it worth the cost? Probably not, but,
No.
No.
All right, cool. We got an answer. Tomato paste.
Great.
And water and food coloring. That's the answer.
Yeah. That's for the blood. I think, I don't remember what else we put in. We probably put other stuff in it. Anyway.
What about for, like, stabbings, Or someone losing an arm. How would you do that?
Well, for losing an arm and stuff, I mean, you'll just get, like, a prop. So what you do, you'll often see whenever they do, like, the cut, like, whenever they're cutting at them, they'll have, like, they'll cut to a different shot. So it'll be, like, their real arm as, like, the blade is coming down, but then it, like, has another shot where it's, like, zoomed in. Right. And that's when it's a prop arm, and then they just cut that off. Or, like, it'll just, like, it's already, like, off, and then they'll just be, like, you'll just have, like, a tube with, like, blood shooting out. Like, we had a shot where it was someone's intestines getting pulled out, and what we did was we just had it looks so bad when you see it, but it was just, like, a hand going in, and then we cut to another shot of like it, and it was like a box that we filled with like
spaghetti,
aluminum foil or something, and then it was just like pulling out intestines.
What'd you use for intestines?
It was a bunch of socks, I think, like all like kind of put into one.
Oh, okay. All kind of bunched up.
Yeah, a bunch of like dirty socks. Yeah.
Nice.
With like, I would think it was like stuffed into pantyhose.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That doesn't look bad.
Yeah, well,
just
you
the
know
word
what?
Hanes randomly goes by on your intestines.
We literally didn't have a budget, so you know. Wow. This isn't a very funny episode, Ben. We need the gags.
That's okay. You gotta just accept it. Just go with the flow.
Just gotta go with the flow. You know what? Sometimes we have different kind of moods for our episodes, so.
Exactly. This is a tired one.
This
is a low-key one.
Yeah, well, this is the you are tired one. I'm not very tired.
You're not tired?
No.
I feel like the best ones are when we match energy levels.
Yeah, we're not matching energy levels
regardless
here.
of what that level might be.
We gotta get our chakras in balance.
Yeah, we gotta balance them. We should add that to the pre-show ritual.
Yeah.
We can just do some humming exercises or something.
Yeah, light our chakra candles.
Oh, yeah.
They'll both be the love pillars.
Just on either end?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm lighting mine now.
Yeah, I'm lighting mine.
Oh, beautiful. I can feel it already.
Can you smell it?
I can smell it.
The pillars? I'm waving my hand around, holding the chakras.
I thought we were going to harmonize there for a sec.
I was doing the same note the whole time.
Oh, shit.
Sorry, Ben.
The chakras are out of alignment.
You're the one who fucked up. Alright, give me another question, you ding-dong.
Alright, we're down to 2.
Sorry for hitting my keyboard there, audience.
And me, I can hear it too. How dare you?
Yeah, well, whatever.
Alright, this one's spooky.
Okay.
Suspiciously dying in one shot in online multiplayer Halo. The greatest crime.
The greatest. This is a whodunit.
He can't keep getting away with it.
Okay, was it Master Chief? Did he appear in the multiplayer session?
I bet it was the Chief.
It was the Chief.
He just ducked in for a quick sec.
Yeah, against Killmaster 1337, because I'm assuming that this is like Halo 3, even though it's definitely not.
Yeah.
But so the Master Chief, or it could be Halo 5, and it could be Master Chief from Halo 3 coming back to kill these people because they're playing the worst Halo game. But okay, so what do you think? Give me your answer. Give me it.
I think this the game player was just on a prolific killing streak.
Yeah.
Just could not be stopped.
Yeah, just
like
like
a rampage.
Yeah.
And Master Chief had to descend.
Yeah.
To put an end to his reign of terror.
He did a Halo drop
over the LAN party.
Yeah. And so maybe what he did, so he was doing that, like, you know, where you jump out of like a plane or whatever, and but he went so quickly that he looked like he started to go horizontally because he probably has like jetpacks now or something. And he went so quickly that the player actually thought that Master Chief was a bullet. But if you look at the replay in slow motion, you see, you know, like with his like in the shape of a bullet, Master Chief flying through the air, exploding this man's head.
At Mach 6.
At Mach 6, yeah.
Just a small Master Chief. Wait, is he small or is he still Chief size?
No, he's full size.
Oh, he's full Chief.
Or he's Master Chief firing a Master Chief bullet. Because that's probably what they do now.
Yeah,
Cortana appears and she's like, "Chief, shoot the Chief!" And then he flies out of the barrel of the big sniper.
Shoots smaller Master Chiefs.
Yeah.
It's like a Russian nesting doll of Chief.
Yeah, who each in turn shoot their own small Master Chiefs.
That in itself is pretty terrifying. That's
pretty terrifying. That's a really spooky. I can't believe you picked that for a Halloween episode.
Ironically, it was our one good question.
Oh.
The other one's
Yeah.
kind of beefed.
Yeah, the other ones, I apologize. I didn't,
No, it was my bad for picking them.
No, you know what? It's our bad.
Also, okay, 2 questions.
Yeah.
I've played like 20 minutes of a Halo game.
Really?
Yeah. Does Chief ever speak? B,
Yes.
does he or she ever take off their helmet?
He does not, no.
Oh.
So he takes off his helmet, and who is it? It's actually a she. It's the other player's mom who you said that you banged. She came back for revenge.
Oh no.
Yeah.
And that's the suspicious death?
It's not actually that you said you banged. You banged her, and she came back. She was like, "But it wasn't good!" as she flies in and explodes your head.
You didn't call me after.
Oh! Sorry, I didn't have any words to say, so I just made a noise.
Just made a noise. That's a good move. That's a good ripcord whenever you're flailing.
Yeah.
You just make a different noise.
Just make another sound.
Blair.
Oh, Christ.
Well, I think that's gonna do it.
That's gonna do it, yeah.
Oh wait, before we go, the real answer was thank you COQ Poner for this answer. Headshot with a sniper rifle, most probably. And that's it.
so boring.
Yeah.
You know, I'll admit this will be I'll confess to my sin on this hallowed day. One time when I played Halo 2, I played on a map and I had my sniper rifle aimed directly at where the head would be at a spawn point, so I just kept shooting people in the head every time they spawn.
Oh, Matt.
I'm
How
the
could
worst
you?
person. And it was like in a map where it was like really far away too, so they couldn't really see me when I did it, so I just kept killing them. I killed like 20 people.
That's probably the guy who's asking this question.
It was me.
All these years later.
Oh.
The universe works in mysterious ways.
Yeah, people got very mad at me for doing that.
I bet, yeah. Yeah, that's not very nice, Matt. Bet it feels good to get off your chest, though.
Yeah, I've confessed.
Yeah.
Look, I was like 12. Okay, don't at me.
Even if you could, don't at me.
Even if you could, I don't. You can't at me, but if you could, don't.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's gonna be it for this episode. We hope you enjoyed it. Got fun out of the spookies. Spookies. What other voices can I do?
That's pretty close.
Hire
to
me
the
as a
first
voice actor. I'm desperate for money. No. Yeah. Well, I had a good time. Did you have a good time, Ben?
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
It's probably the best thing I did today.
That's sad. Well, if you want to check out the person who did the art for this, they're my lovely partner who goes by Vander. That is VanderBander. Check out their stuff on Instagram and Twitter, and absolutely nothing else ever. You dick hole. We hope you had a good time watching this.
Yeah.
Check us out next episode when we finally reveal our deep dark secret.
Finally. We've been teasing it
For so long. They've been hammering us with the emails.
Chomping at the bit to find out what this secret is.
What is this secret? The answer might surprise you. Well, I'm Matt.
I'm Ben.
And stay spooky.
Yeah, what he said.
Yeah.